getting serious about my fitness made me realize that I actually really do like fit men. I do actually like men with fit bodies. It was just something that I was telling myself that I didn't care about because at the time I wasn't taking my fitness serious. And so it was kind of one of them things like I didn't want something that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want no dude who be in the gym heavy and be on his fitness for real when I'm not on mine for real. So I was like, oh yeah, I take a dad bod, da 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 da. Like I'm still fine with a dude with a dad bod. Like don't get me wrong, especially if he fine. But my appreciation for men in the gym has gotten much more since I done got in there. That's all I'm saying. Back in the day, when you would ask me about gym dudes, I would act like I really didn't care. But at that time, I kind of really didn't care because, like I said, I wasn't doing it. But now that I'm doing it, it's definitely something that I pay more attention to now. I hope that makes sense.
You can find a lot of videos online where women are saying, I like the dad bod. I don't care about guys that work out. I don't care about muscles. And the vast majority of the time, they're just coping. And this is a prime example right here. Instead of a woman getting her health together and saying, I need to improve for this man, a lot of women, they'll just play that route of, oh, I don't even care about a nice body. But once they start getting their health together, now you see she's being honest about the situation. She knows she was coping. And this is what a lot of people do. Whatever the situation is, they try to make it as comfortable as possible. Even when someone's broke. You can find a lot of broke people that say, oh, I don't care about money. In reality, they do care about money, but they got to comfort themselves and say, oh, money's not important. I don't care about money. All this other stuff is more important to me. It's the same way when it comes to the body game. A lot of these women are going to cope. And I've run into some women where they automatically assume that you're like super extreme into the gym and you're no fun. And it's like, the body game doesn't have to be anything crazy. And I always tell people this, it doesn't have to be this insane workout. You're running 100 miles every weekend. You're trying to lift the house. Like, it doesn't have to be all that crazy extra stuff. You got to weigh everything. You can't have any junk food at all. Some of these women think that though. So they're like, oh, a guy that works out, that's no fun. That's boring. But they jump to that quickly because they see a big gap in their habits and your habits. So instead of saying, maybe I need to improve to even qualify for this type of man, she's just going to say, I don't care about a nice body. I like the dad bod. But she's just coping. That's what it comes down to. And I've said this before, once she goes jacked, she never goes back. A lot of these women have gotten done wrong by guys with nice bodies. And I think there's some resentment that comes from that. Like these chicks that just talk a whole bunch of trash about, oh, they spend 4 hours in the gym and they do this and they do that and they really be hating on the body game. A lot of times she dealt with an athlete back in college. And we know how athletes tend to be in college. They slinging meat left and right. So she got done dirty. I remember even, this was a while ago, maybe a year ago. I went on a date with this Asian chick. She go to Penn State. And she was talking so much shit about the football team. And I'm like, I don't really keep up with college football. So she talking about how trash they are and la da da da. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going along with the conversation. I don't watch college football like that. But then I remember a couple days later, I watched them on TV. I'm like, hold on, they're undefeated. And then they all connected. I said, oh, she just got done dirty by somebody on the football team, or maybe a couple guys on the football team. So you start lying to yourself. So she started to go, oh, the football team, not all that. All the plays ugly and this and that. She's coping. She can't accept reality. It's like, no, you were just one of many women and he didn't pick you. You were just a cool little fling for the night and you wanted more than that. And it's the same way with the body game. A lot of times, these women, she don't qualify for the guy that has his physique together. Maybe she got pumped and dumped. Maybe she tried to get at him and he wasn't really functioning with her. So instead of saying, I need to improve myself, she's going to look at the situation, oh, I don't really care about the physique. I don't really care about the body game. I like a dad bod. When a lot of time when a woman says she likes a dad bod, the dad bod is cool, she's just talking about a guy with a lot of muscle at 20% body fat. She's not talking about the 30% body fat guy with skinny arms and a beer belly. No, she's not into that. It's just in a woman's nature to be attracted to that. Society is trying to push you into this way of, oh, this is the way things should be. We shouldn't body shame. We shouldn't No, it's like it's inherent. When you see a big gut, you're repulsed. Now, you can act like you're not, but the vast majority of people, you kind of got a nasty feeling about you. Like, ugh. You're not, most, now some of y'all might get turned on. Some of y'all might get turned on by these big back, beluga back whales. But the vast majority of healthy, or men in general, you look at a big woman and you're not turned on. You kind of repulsed by it. But society isn't going to tell you the truth. They want you to cope. They want you to cope and stay in your little bubble and keep spending your money instead of doing the important habits to change your life to get your health together. Because I promise you, and you can ask the vast majority of the guys that really went from fat to fit or scrawny to fit, women look at you differently. So this whole idea of like, oh, women don't care about a nice physique, it's complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. They're lying to you. A lot of these women just know they don't qualify for that guy. A lot of women get intimidated by the physique because they know other women are seeing that physique. She know that physique is turning these women to freaks. So now she's going to play these little lies on herself. Oh, I don't really care about that. I don't really want that. But deep down inside, she does. And another girl I'm thinking about, I was talking to a chick recently, and she was telling me, I remember I matched with this girl on Hinge, and in her prompt, it said, I like nerds. Then I'm chopping it up with her. I asked her what type of dude with the last dude, she was seeing. Oh, he's an athlete. Now, I guess you could be an athlete and a nerd, whatever. But I'm saying, a lot of times, dog, chicks have these phases where they deal with athletes and they get dogged out. They get dogged out, and then they like scared to mess with a guy that's fit again. And I think that's just what it is. A lot of these women are lying to themselves. A lot of these women are coping because they got did dirty. Back in college, the linebacker seen her once or twice, and then she found out the linebacker was seeing 10 other girls at her school, and now, oh man, screw these guys. Because when I talked to this girl and she went to Penn State, and she talking about, yeah, the team's trash. All these dudes ugly. Like she just talking hella shit about them. Then I'm like, hold on. What are you talking about? They wanted the top team. They undefeated at the time. So I was like, okay, I know she got did dirty. But a lot of people, they're not honest with themselves. A lot of people, they don't keep it real with themselves. So they're going to tell themselves comforting lies. Just a whole bunch of bullshit. But I think it's a beautiful thing when someone starts to get their health together and they get away from all the lies. She can be real with herself like, you know what? I did like to fit by. Like she just knew she didn't qualify for it. So she didn't want to set herself up for failure. A lot of people are very fearful. People fear rejection. They fear not being enough. So a lot of these women, when they don't have their health together, instead of still trying to get at the guy that's in shape, she's just going to, in the back of her head, oh, I don't care about that. And I've said this before too, like a lot of women will self-sabotage. They will self-sabotage, absolutely. But man, that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all enjoy these type of videos, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.